Hopefully that actually kicks live, though. Actually, I have no way to check at the moment. That was kind of stupid. I should just be on my dashboard instead of move on. Although I'm pretty sure it's going to kick us live. I've got nothing but faith in it, but hey, you never know. Yep,
I had some major problems going live earlier.
That's, I think a lot of people did, actually. It's been like that for like 2 days, but it's because they were pushing updates.
It's been like that for a week, but it's been worse the last few days.
Yeah, they were pushing an update today, though, where, oh, I forget what it's called. Oh, what is it called? Oh, God, somebody in chat that knows this, help me. Well, that too. I forgot about that. That's not even what I'm referring to, though. It's the, like, your collection of videos that you can group together in, like, a... Yeah, I think collections is it, I think, yeah. But, yeah, like...
Oh, yeah. What was Pulse, then?
That's a good question. I heard about it, and I have no idea, to be honest with you, so... It is live. Woohoo! What's up, guys and gals? How y'all doing?
All right.
Good. Things worked for once, and we're almost on time, too. I was pretty close. You gotta give me credit on that, guys. I was relatively close on this one. Okay, it wasn't exceptionally close, but yeah, collections, there we go. So yes, that is the correct name for it. And I figured, you know what, that's on the start of, hey, we're back to BOILeR since it's Wednesday night. That's what we're going to be doing, is using collections to group all the races together. And that should make it easier for everybody to be able to go back and find, like, you know, not just round one in a group, but like, oh, the specific race of, let's say, you know, Kazooie Girl versus Akataka or something like that. Or maybe, I don't know, tonight's race, which I might as well just flip over and do our side-by-side here, of SickScot versus Shigen, otherwise known as, hey, we just renamed both of our channels as we came into race day, so now everything had to change. Like, I had to rush to change all their links today. I completely forgot to do it, so that's my bad, but hopefully everything is actually correct now. And on the left-hand side, we got SickScot, otherwise known as It's a SickScot, otherwise formerly known as Steven to most of us here in the racing community. We'll be taking on Shigen, who is formerly known as Ryugu no Shigen. And again, thank God he changed it, because that makes my life literally 1,000 times easier, dude. So thank you very much. I don't know about you, but like, yeah, that's not so much of a tongue twister for me. Excuse me. Oops, and on that note, if I would accidentally stop clicking around places, I almost kicked us offline there. That would have really sucked. Oh, God. On that note, let's see here. Let's see. Let me get them actually racing, and then hopefully I will stop randomly clicking stuff and risking taking us offline. So let me get them off and going. For those that are joining in for the first time, we are pretty much, actually, we are halfway through round one now that I utter these words. We have got 2 races tonight. We've got 2 more best of 5 races next Wednesday, and that will take care of round 1 here in BOILeR. If you do !bracket, that will bring you to a challenge.com link that will show you who's going to race against who. This is to set up, let me check out here. This race will be, where is it on my list? Actually, this won't set up any particular race. The winner of this race is going to take on the winner of Crafter Links and Sihi, and that'll happen next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. They're off and racing now, though, so really quick, let me get into the rules. This is going to get confusing as fast as I'm going to have to do this. They have 5 total resets, which you may see relatively quickly. They've got their D6. They've got usage of it whenever they want to. Only that first item room is going to have 2 items in it. You can see they have more options. We did that off of the mod that was made by Zamiel. Thank you very, very much on that one again, dude. Very much appreciate that. Let's see, there's all sorts of stuff as we're going to go through here, but they're doing a best of 5 racing through the chest, meaning the blue baby. Not Mega Stand, sorry, but they have all sorts of different advantages, like the God Rooms are going to have multiple items in them, excuse me. They'll turn them into multiple items, let's be super real. But you're guaranteed to get an item if you do get an Angel Room. So at least you have a bit of an advantage in that case. There's a few other things that will be added in. We'll bring them up as they come along. But myself and my co-host Slackaholicus here welcome you back in. And we're underway, and man, Shigen's having no luck so far finding anything.
A bit of a rough start there. Not the best.
Yeah, that happens.
Even running sulfuric acid. It's an item that I've tried out a few times because I like the idea of it. But it just doesn't do enough. It'd be great as like a second item. What it does is if you shoot rocks or if you shoot a wall that's your secret room, it will melt that spot and give you whatever reward is supposed to be under there. For example, if you blow up a dark rock, it'll give you your soul hearts, your bombs, your keys, whatever the dark rock was going to give you. Or you can sulfuric acid your way into your secret room.
Which is one of my favorite things.
It is a small damage up in addition to that, but it's
Yeah,
It's rough to say no to it as a start on this rule set.
quite honestly, I have to agree because I love just the ability to, like you said,
Oh,
bypass
wow.
using bombs. Oh, yeah. Speaking of
Okay,
things,
there's a proc for him.
speaking of procking it and having good things pay off, there's a nice little staircase that, as you'll notice, he's making his way back to right now. What do we get? Anything good? Besides his mouse on the screen?
And the treasure chest. Wonderful.
Yeah, never
Not what he
anything.
was hoping for there.
You're
And we
really
have the
hope-
start of a sad onion over on Ryu's side.
And some
Or
rags, for that
Shigan,
matter.
or
Yeah, it's
I don't know
Shigan.
which name to
It's
go. I
Shigan
guess
at this
I will
point.
go with Shigan so everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I actually made
a
sure.
sad onion start is one of the better starts here. It's one of the I guess I'll take it kind of starts, and I like it for sure better than the sulfuric acid.
And again, given how many resets in he was, it makes it that much better. Quite
Yeah, that
honestly,
was
as a
his
starting
4th or
item,
5th
it
reset
weighs it
already.
very heavily. Once you get a good 3, maybe 4 resets in with your 5 maximum, you start really thinking about taking some lesser items.
Yep.
You kind of have no
You
choice.
see something like a sad onion, you're like, well, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, like,
He's
you know,
also
I can
not
make
taking
this
any
work.
red heart damage here yet.
Yeah, and that's the other very important thing, is if you can find literally anything to cover your red heart damage, quite honestly, this late in a reset run, I'm going to take it and just be off and running. Ooh, scapular for Steven as well.
Unfortunately for Steven, he found the scapular a little bit late.
Yeah.
He's already taken red heart damage on the floor, so you'll see that he's
But-
currently rocking a 36% chance. Now he's going to be stacked up on soul heart, so there's a very good chance, especially with that scapular, that if he does not make his deal on this floor, he's going to make it on the next one.
Exactly, so he's going to
Meanwhile-
offset it by 1 floor.
Yeah. Or he might get lucky and still pull it off of this floor. Who knows? It's still 36%. That's not too bad.
It can happen. A little bit of floor. Thinking about it twice.
And we got a
yep,
double
Spirit of
deal
Hype.
of Plan C into Spirit of the Night. Wow.
However, Lazarus's Rag's getting enacted there, so a little bit more opportunity on the side of Shigan here on the right side now. What else? A little bit of health back up. Again, going to replace it, obviously. Might as well take that quarter. No reason not to. You can't re-roll it at this point. And he'll be the first onto his caves. Oh, speaking of that deal, by the way.
Oh, he got it, and it was horrendous.
What,
So,
10%
one of
chance?
the odder facts about the game is that if you get the 100% chance double deal, it's actually a different double deal than if you had gotten like 36% chance in
Oh.
this case. So if he hadn't gotten damaged on this
Oh.
floor before now, he probably actually would have gotten a non-Krampus double deal.
I
This is
never
the game's
knew
way
that.
of punishing him.
Wow. Okay,
Game's
that's
like, you know
interesting.
what, you did okay. You got through most of your boss without getting red heart damage, but I don't feel like being too nice regardless.
Wow. See, now
Or
that, like, I
Steven,
like
so.
that to an extent, but at the same point, damn, that's also kind of trolly when you really think about it, too, that it gives you 2 different versions of the deals that you can get.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
But again, it can
Because
really help you out, but in this case,
it can help
debatable.
you out, but it's like with some people on some runs, you're gonna have. Let's say you're doing a seated run, which we don't do here, but as an example, you could have 2 people get 2 basement 2 devil deals, and the person who doesn't take damage could find like a bunch of just trash items, like Spirit of the Night as the only thing in there, and then the person that does take damage, because it's all random, they could get lucky and end up pulling like brimstone out of theirs.
Yeah, or the knife or something that's just like,
Yeah.
oh, hi, game-changing item, how are you doing?
And it's like, well, this
Ooh.
why did they get the better item there? They didn't get hit. And it's like,
Pop's
it's because
brain.
it's random. Because
Pop's-
these things
Ooh,
happen.
Here we go. Pop's brain and shoop to whoop into little brimstone for Shigan for his
Bram,
item.
there we go. That quarter is paying off.
Finally.
All right, he only went 1 penny into the corner.
Yeah,
or
it was
into
1
the quarter,
bomb.
but
I don't know
still.
that I would have used the bomb in that situation.
Yeah, I would have
know.
gone all money there. He may have forgotten that he had enough money to do
I
it.
bet that's the case, quite honestly, and that's about what I was just going to say, too, is I bet you anything he forgot he picked up the quarter and didn't think he picked up any other money, because he
Yeah.
didn't have any other
Like,
money.
well, I'm short on money. There's no way I'm gonna. Oh wait.
Yeah, oh, no, I'm not. I have 25 cents. I do it consistently. So I know the pain, especially in one of these situations in a race. You're going to forget that stuff pretty easily.
Yeah, in a race where neither of you have anything that good so far,
Yeah.
until he got that little brim.
And speaking of not so good
Another
so
double
far,
deal
there was a
for
little
him.
bit of help for Steven. SickScot, I should say. I'm sorry. I call him Steven all the time, and I really should change that. But he got 2 more red hearts that hopefully he can use later on. Maybe?
Yeah, he's got a very survivable build right now, and that's about it.
I don't give it anything else, because with, what, 0.58 damage up? You can't even call that damage up.
Yeah. That on top of, oh boy, a Steven follower. Of course Steven would get the little Steven
And that's what keeps making me call him Steven, is the fact that little Steven is following him around as the second item he picked up. And, well, it was out of a boss room, I should say. Well, I don't think that was an item room pickup. And, it's hard for me to break that habit. So for any time I call him Steven, it's the racer on the left, SickScot, and that is, again, completely my fault for knowing him. So it happens. Man, range up for Shigen. Nothing good here, but at least finding an arcade. He does have 47 cents now. Again, don't really find any use for it. I know it's hard to see his health.
He's got enough keys that if he finds his shop, he should definitely check that too. Unfortunately, he is up to Caves 2 now, so there is a nice chance of him running into greed.
Yep, this is where it begins that you can find
11 cents, thanks to the pageant boy picked up.
You gotta love these money runs. Where's the money equals power? That's what I want to know. Who's the first racer that's going to find money equals power to put that to use as well? Well, you know what? Speaking of usages, finally into a shop.
God, there's not much here.
Well, treasure or blue map, I guess.
He's got all the batteries in the world, though.
And he used most of them.
All right, blue map is actually not bad. The way that the mapping works, you're very often going to be able to head towards your secret or your super secret room. That is the slightly faded out question mark you're going to see showing up on Shigen's map now. And a lot of the time, that's going to be very, very close to your boss room, like we see right here. It's one room away from his boss room. He's doing what I consider a smart thing here and going back and clearing a little bit, hoping to get something out of his item room. It's one room away. He doesn't have a lot.
And it's a mystery sack.
Mystery sack.
Yeah, nothing special there. But nonetheless, I like the move as well. I mean, going back and getting the item, it could make all the difference. That one item, and they had a practice race right beforehand, and they were dead even right through room 1. And somehow, some way, Shigen just pulled one item and just whoop, was gone the rest of the time. So all it takes is one.
Shigen also getting a little bit of bad RNG here and getting the Bighorn fight. The Bighorn fight has been improved since the DLC first launch. However, it is still a complete slog to get through.
Especially if you don't have any damage up. Thankfully, Little Brim following him is probably taking care of more than half of it.
This would be the worst fight.
Ooh. Well, there's a little bit more damage. Again, a little bit is the correct term, but Jesus juice for Shigen as he moves on to his Necropolis, aka Depths 1. Little Brim putting in work.
And I mean, he does still have the Little Brim. That's going to carry him through at least the rest of this floor, and probably
most of the next floor.
Through the next floor.
Yeah.
His mom's foot fight won't be the best. Oh, God. Purity, which gets him
a little bit of status. Yes, it was speed, wasn't it? Yeah, jeez.
Yes, it was. Oh, man.
Not having so much luck here. How about, oh, God. Well, okay, there's some luck Tech X on SickScot's side, so there's a game-changing item that we were talking about.
Back into the race.
Now look at his tears. And again, only 4.08 damage, but look at those tears.
He's still melting through things.
Yes, exactly. He can fire so much quicker.
He's not going to take anything there.
No.
Yeah, take the Soul Heart. I do want to say, also, Shigen has been doing a great job of not taking any damage. I don't think he's had a Soul Heart at all since the first floor.
Yeah, I've not seen literally, well, until that, but I've not seen anything show up quite literally until that store. That's been pretty brutal on him, but again, he's been doing really good.
He hasn't gotten hit once with those red hearts.
Even with these invisible enemies. These are my least favorite, honestly. That's one of my least favorite variants. Ooh, speaking of getting hit, ouch, right at the end of that fight. Oh, but it's still okay.
A deal anyway.
And speaking of double items, here comes what we do.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta go for more items right here when all you have is Tech X and a little bit of damage up from sulfuric acid.
Yeah, with how little there is in the Angel Room pool, I completely agree here, because you can reroll both items at the same time and really hope for a Sacred Heart probably is what we're really going for at this point here. It always is.
Shigen getting that silly brown boss, getting able to melt through him thanks to his little brim, and gets his devil deal for Krampus. And he rolls I think it was the head, I didn't even get to see, into Gubby's collar. Halo, that's a little bit more damage at least.
Celtic Cross.
Celtic Cross.
It's there.
I mean...
It's there.
I do agree taking... I don't know.
It doesn't exactly hurt you, I don't think.
The thing I'm thinking of is, should he have rolled the Halo there? And I guess not, because his Tech X is going to get him through the rest of the game better than the little brim is for Shigen.
This is true. And I do have to, just anything with damage for it's a sick, well, again, I keep mentioning his name wrong.
Especially, it's really hard to keep rolling the God Room pool, because it's like, what else am I going to get?
And how many more god rooms are you going to get wherein, okay, now there's nothing left because I've rolled through everything else and didn't take it the first time and think, oh crap, now I've screwed up, you know? Which I'll be honest, I put myself in that position much more than once. With this mod, I've done it just because I realized what people were doing with getting 2 items out of the god rooms and was like, alright, this is probably better for me. Because, let's be honest, exactly. I take damage. I do. I know my racing style. I take a lot of damage. So... like, I reroll the 2 items I hope are the best out of there. There isn't really all that much, but that's why you reroll.
Great map read by Steven, and they are, he's up to his Depths 1 fight, while we've got Shigen on his mom fight in Depths 2.
Ooh, a little bit of damage on Shigen.
And his lack of a build is starting to show itself here.
Yep.
This is the fight that really lets you know
right about this
just
point
how little or how much somebody has gotten on their run.
But there you go, the automatic Polaroid pickup. Again, it takes out the chance to go to the dark room here for you because we are going through the chest, which is the blue baby. I'd like to remind people, not Mega Stan. Which, oof, God, that'd be brutal.
With a build like this, that would not
with this build,
no,
he would be there forever in that fight. That would take days for me.
We also got a tier delay increase for Shigen. Picked up the mom's perfume earlier.
Oh.
It's a decent little DPS up. It's going to help him some. The fear effect on it is not the best. Wait, I always get these mixed up. Is that one charm or fear?
That is... Jeez, that's charm
fear, right?
on perfume, I think, isn't it?
Somebody's
going to have to correct me here.
But the shot itself is yellow, which I thought was fear.
We are going to check here because thank God for this. Tier delay, Isaac's Tears have... It's fear on perfume, I'll be damned.
It is fear. Okay, I was right.
I always get those backwards too, but you just proved to me I do it. Now I know for a fact I'm wrong.
Oh man, Steven, where's your health?
Well, yeah, but look at what he just picked up too, though.
A lot of health into that machine.
Again, not that it's going to help immensely on this one, but...
I don't know. I don't think I would have thrown away all of my red hearts there. I think he's going to try for the Polaroid.
I agree.
Once he gets the Polaroid at the end of this floor. But he's only got half of his soul heart left. Well,
he has the scapular.
He's also got the scapular.
Yeah, that's why he's doing it. He's making sure that he gets down to the half red heart before he gets later on in this, so that he can actually
I
do
forgot
it.
About the scapular.
Yep, because that's going to replenish that soul heart.
If he had an orbital right now, he would be very well off.
They both would be a lot better off with one orbital. Let's be super real. Speaking of those, Shigen into his boss. Ooh, jeez.
Double fallen for Shigen.
But doing pretty good with the... Ooh, God, these dodges, man. I thought he was going to get hit on the one where I said, oh, geez. And, man, he's proven me wrong. These dodges are pro level over on Shigen's side. At least 2 points here, I would have taken damage. At least.
He's making really good use of the flight in this fight that he picked up earlier that he used to seal in his devil deals. He's just flying right over those rocks. He's just using the mobility of it very, very perfectly. And a shovel, which is basically useless at this point.
Yeah, and I agree with him rerolling the devil deal and taking the pact. You have to do it for the damage.
And Steven still on God rooms. And
I don't think he's leaving
him. He's got survivability.
I don't think he's leaving him, but yeah.
Right now is that Shigen dies, and I don't know that that's going to happen. Shigen's been playing too well so far.
And not that I can see his health.
Steven really needed a devil deal there to make something happen.
See, Shigen's sitting on what? 1 red heart, 2 soul hearts, and well, 2.5 soul hearts, excuse me, and then the Guppy's collar for a possible extra life. So there is still even the chance that with a death on Shigen's side that he's still alive. And then as you can see, if I focus on him, Steven, aka SickScot, has got himself, well, he's got a lot of red hearts, but we're talking containers. He's only sitting on the half red heart to make use of his scapular and Polaroid for that matter as well. So it's an interesting matchup right now. But Shigen's got the advantage onto his mom's heart fight first.
By a lot. Steven was maintaining that floor, will just stay in 1 floor behind, but now...
Yep. The distance is starting to grow immensely here.
The distance is starting to grow. He's starting to have to full clear. Meanwhile, Shigen, straight over to his boss, knew exactly where it was. Too smart. The blue map was paying off big for him there. He went towards the super secret room and just followed that.
You mentioned it before, but that's one of the things that I always rely on. If I have a map and I know where my secret room and my super secret room are, it can make a huge difference in finding your boss fight and your item rooms for that matter. Just if you know the maps well enough, you've seen all the layouts, and after a while, it just kind of comes natural to you. Although the big trick, go the longest way possible. It's usually the correct way. At least so I find.
Very, very often, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say a good 95% of the time it's the longest route possible. Just ask Mara. AKA the fast shuffler.
The Pact and the Mom's Perfume are paying up very well for him right now. The Pact, in addition with the Sad Onion, would have had him tier capped, thanks to the Mom's Perfume being a tier delay down and not a tiers up. The two stats are different. The game works a little oddly in that way. And so normally the tier cap is a 5. You'll notice right now that he's got a 4, and that's because of the Mom's Perfume being a delay down.
That is not the right one. How did that flip over to the wrong thing here? Oh, good. My hotkeys are screwed up. Beautiful. Thanks, OBS. You're the best. I was trying to focus on that so you can actually see his stats. That should be the right one now. Okay, there we go. So there you go. Now you can see the stats. Third one down on the left-hand side, right below the 34.25 is what Slack was just talking about there with his 4 on the tiers. Man, no luck on these fires, I should say. Excuse me. Also, Mama Gertie, one of the rarer fights over on
Oh my god,
SickScot.
look at that full clear for Steven. That's a bad floor. That's terrible.
That turned out horrible. That's a lot of rooms.
And then a Mama Gertie fight, and
Mom's coin purse.
Still got his scapular at least. Mom's purse. Oh no, he walked into that half heart.
Oh, he did. Oh, geez, I didn't even notice it. That's going to screw up so much on SickScot's build. Ooh. So there goes the
now
Polaroid.
He actually has to play safe. That's rough.
There goes the Polaroid. There goes the scapular. Like, wow, that's painful.
And we once again see Shigen just going through this, taking absolutely no damage with a very, very mediocre build.
Yeah.
Aside from that little Brim and his tier rate, he hasn't got much going for him.
But hey, if it's enough, it's enough. And if you know your limits on stuff especially, then, you know, hey, power to you. Oh, God, the moving during the lights. I hate doing that. Like, I just sit in one corner and stay there. I feel so scared to move around. A little bit more damage.
Once again, awful clearing his floor.
God. Finding the wrong way. Well, he's trying Casper's team always go left method and just coming up unlucky on this so far. All right, here we go. Speaking, he almost went left again.
That is an Isaac down for Shigen.
What's he gonna get?
Very clean fight, very slow thanks to his build.
Ooh, I like this move too. Speaking of scapular, we got another one. Wow, pupilla duplex. Don't see that often. Ugh. Jeez.
Odd mushroom for some a little bit of damage at least.
Something. So what's he up to now? 6 3/4. Not bad.
Speed it up a little bit.
Make it safe if nothing else. See, everybody's going left and coming up unlucky here. Well, actually, I take that back. I didn't notice the door on the bottom. I'm completely incorrect on what I just said on Shigen's side. Now the question is...
Oh, man, does he... I don't know. I think I would have to bomb up into my secret room from here.
I would check it. Yeah, he's going to. I agree with this. I would at least check it just to see, and lo and behold. Yeah, Ghost Pepper, Flame Tears.
He's only got the one bomb left, and he actually uses it to get the item instead of checking the wall. I can accept that. He has enough of a lead right now that
this is a good point.
Item is better than...
He's got the health. He's got a possible respawn. I can agree with that. It's tough to do, but yeah, I agree. Just to keep it a little bit safe at this point, and Lord of the Pit on SickScot's side. Okay, he's got flight. I mean, good.
Flight and speed up.
Oh, okay. Speed up. Sorry, there's a little bit of movement speed increase too. Slack has corrected it. But it's true. Like, it's just not... I mean, at least he got a devil deal. We'll give it that much. It's just nothing to write home about.
He's finally locked into devil deals on his last possible place where he can get them for free.
And then gets absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Well, okay, the speed. But yeah, maybe... obviously, at this point, I'm gotta say Shigen's going the correct way. It's a matter of up or left. And I'm gonna say he's going correct again, so yeah SickScot's gonna have to haul. He's gonna have to really haul to make up this difference, and again, the builds aren't exactly good on either side by any means, but SickScot, if I focus on him, he's got 4.5 damage. That's not really that good. Even with this build, that's not all that good. He is
especially
murdering,
when
but he's
you're
rushing.
having a full clear compared to somebody with a blue map.
Yeah, and he's having to rush now, too, along with not being able to play as safe as he could have if he was only at half a red heart, which he does have 1.5 reds, but you gotta risk a lot to get down there now. Put this back up so you can see
I'm
builds.
thinking that Shigen's boss is going to be in his next room.
I gotta agree. Gotta be attached here. Yep, there you go. Perfect timing. 2 gluttony, well, super gluttonies to get through, and then we're good. Jeez, that dodging.
Ghost pepper, spit, hot fire.
Okay, Dylon. Name the 5 greatest rappers in history. Go. Dylon, 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 Dylon,
Slackaholicus, Slackaholicus.
Why? Because he spits hot fire, that's why. On that note, going kind of slow by comparison to most of our normal last boss clears here. Shigen's kind of halfish way. Jeez.
Sort of, and I guess he's got the brim to clear out little spawning flies. So that's something.
Which is what he's trying to basically use it for. He tried to time that perfectly, too. And he just missed. I mean, by like 1 frame, he missed their spawn point with that little brim shot. So what you just said, again, dead spot on. Ooh, nice flame tier at a perfect time. And SickScot murdering through Isaac, but again, a full floor behind, and we got Shigen down to about the last 10 to 15%, give or take, of Blue Baby's health.
Shigen could literally sit still at this point and
yeah.
just keep shooting at him and have the fight done.
There's no dodging needed here. He's got much more than enough health, and there aren't going to be enough shots. 3, 2, 1, murdered. Boom, and right on in.
Over.
And just like that, a 1-0 lead. My goodness, somebody on the right side has taken a race, y'all. This is, I think this is a first. I honestly believe this to be a first. I would like to point that out. So congratulations, Shigen. For the first time, somebody on the right side in BOILeR this year has taken a race. Very nicely done. What is SickScot? Oh, God.
What does Steven get in his chest? 2020. Oh, come
now
on.
He gets it? Yeah, now he gets something good?
That's about 6 floors too late for that. What a
It's
shame.
about 8 floors too late, let's be super honest. Again, he was keeping right up, though, along... Neither had a build in that first round. So, again, congrats to Shigen. Oh, my God. I was waiting for it.
I should have known when I saw that crown pop up in his run. I should have known.
Oh, God. That was... For those who don't know, that would be my co-host, Mr. Slackaholicus. Please give that man a follow. And on that note, do the same for both of the racers. We'll get it linked up in chat for you here. My God, I'm sorry. That just made me laugh way too hard. Oh, all right. They get an infinite amount of resets right now because we are in between rounds. They get to find whatever starting room they want, and then we're going to get round 2 kicked off here in a moment or so. Again, SickScot will look to tie this up for the first time, trying to break the losing and doesn't get a single win in the round column. So he'll try to break that streak as well. I mean, we're already having a night of firsts. It's both of our racers have Twitch name changes within the last week. We got somebody on the right side to win a heat. What else can we do? So let's see if SickScot can tie this up. Let's see if he can find a starting room. My God, can it give him anything? I've seen 1 item room attached. Okay, there's 1 curse room attached. Now combine those. No, not gonna do it? Oh, come on. This is one of the only other things I wish we could have modded in. There we go. That's one of the only other things I wish we could have modded in was them being able to be like, hey, we want a starting room with a curse room and an item room attached to it. And boom, we would have been set. But oh well, it is what it is. We still get to, by the way, hold down R to reset. I know that's one of the things that people constantly ask. Alright, looks like they're pretty much ready to go, so they'll get round 2 kicked off pretty soon. And again, they're both going to start out with more options on the first floor, so that first item room is going to have 2 items in it. There are banned items in there, just for the first floor. And of course, none of them are ever going to show up, so we'll never get to point it out. I was hoping we had timing there, but again, they're both off and racing, so good luck to both of them. And 1 reset on both sides. There's 5 total resets for you once the races start, so they get to check out. Well, okay, Shigen's not going to reset. See, Shigen's off and racing. My goodness, so Polyphemus for Shigen, we got huge damage up, which was the one thing we were missing in the last round, so hey, we found it now. It took forever, mind you. Oh, actually, that was a really well-played shot by SickScot. I didn't think he was going to get the champion mob at that explosion.
And Steven managed to go away from his item room. Nice.
Never fails.
His mapping luck is the actual worst right now.
Yeah, this is just... I've had nights where I've had no luck finding anything on my maps, but Steven is the embodiment of it right now. There you go. There's his item room. This better be good. Come on.
And it was not.
No, not even with the reroll.
Curse.
Oof. So he's off to his second... That's his second reset already, if I'm counting correctly. We do have a referee... Well, we have 2 referees, actually, now that I'm looking at it in the race channel. So they're keeping count of it as well, but I'm trying to keep count. Well, can't really argue this, by the way, with the Magic Mush over on Shigen's side as well. So, you know that damage up? It's even more now.
Just stack damage on damage on damage. No
Might as well. You know, like, he isn't just one-shotting everything already. Might as well really make sure it dies. Oh, yeah, take the bean. You need it. You totally need it. Oh, my God, he did. The black bean. Oh, God. So now if he gets hit, he's going to fart.
It's a passive. It's there.
Yep, I guess you might as well. Oh, my God, these rerolls are just doing nothing for SickScot. We're off to another restart. Gotta check those
I actually
rooms.
would have gone back for the battery there to maximize my reroll, or
yeah, this late in.
Maximize my resets.
I agree. This late in, again, you got to make the most out of everything you can, even if it's an extra 5 or 10 seconds. I think it's better than just straight up resetting and then hoping that your next run has good items.
She can take some red heart damage.
Oh, worst time for that. I don't think he's gonna cry too hard. Daddy Longlegs good enough? Yes, it is. SickScot's off and running. But Shigen, as you can see, is all the way down to Caves 1 already, and we still have SickScot 2 floors behind, starting off on his basement 1. And again, Shigen's murdering through with a huge damage upgrade of, what, 21 almost damage increase over what SickScot has? Yeah, it is. Just shy of 21.
Yep, almost.
Which is crazy if you look at it, because you start with 3.5, and you're sitting at 24 and a quarter for Shigen right now on the right side. Yeah, more soul hearts
so
for
let's see if he
SickScot.
can get through his first caves floor without taking red heart damage. We've got Steven plugging along. He should be able to get his devil deal once he finally gets down to his basement 2. But this basement 1 has not done him any favors.
Hey, there's their boss fight finally, so there's the first of the favors at least. And Larry Jr., I'll call that a favor. He isn't too bad to kill. Especially when it's a singular one. My God, Gluttony just got melted over on Shigen's side.
Bye, Gluttony.
Wow.
Bye, Gluttony.
Bye, Gluttony.
Oh, there we go. Finally, the Daddy Longlegs does something good. And Steven's going to go ahead and try to get the blood bag here to get a double reroll. He could really use some items, so I can understand why he'd be doing this.
I got it. Yeah, at this point,
like
anything.
If he got the magic mush right now, that would be pretty big.
And if he knows, man, nothing. Mom's pearls, range and luck up. It's a mom item? Question mark? That's the best thing I can go with it on, or go on with it. But look at this, another boss fight find right away over on Shigen's. Not right away, mind you, but he's cleared pretty much the entirety of that floor, but it just seems like it's right away. And an item room for SickScot. Demon Baby, we're getting a pseudo-follower run going here, if you want to count Daddy Longlegs as a follower. I kinda do. I mean, it does sort of follow you. Peep just getting absolutely blasted by Shigen, who's gonna... Oh god, the Halo as well, my god. And you have to, it's Abaddon. Why? Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you walking away from that?
All of those red hearts. I probably would have touched the Book of BOILeR first, just to get one step closer to the bookworm.
That's a good point.
If I was gonna get rid of the hearts anyway, it's there.
I never think about stuff like that in the heat of the moment, sadly. And this is one of those situations where I would definitely have bypassed it, never thinking about it, because, I mean, you just, oh, I'm just going to put it right back down, and, you know, whatever, you just kind of run on.
It's such a minor thing that's been introduced in Afterbirth Plus. It just doesn't come into play that much.
But again, when you do get Bookworm, you're definitely going to love it, I can tell you that much. There is no downside to it.
Something like a 30% chance to double shot, that adds up pretty
And it feels
quickly.
like, I don't think it is, but it feels like it's based on luck. Oh, Book of Rev.
Eve's mascara on top of Polly. He totally should have done it. Why? Because it's a terrible idea. There we go. Little bit of tear rate up for him. Dear God, does he need that?
Yeah, of all things.
And now he can also shoot at a diagonal if he wants to, but it's very, very not useful.
That's a champion that SickScot was fighting because it just banked its brimstone. Hey,
yeah, that's
good
the
items.
Champion, one of the champion.
I couldn't see the color variation. It scared me. I was like, why did that just bank brimstone? that explains a lot more. But now Death Touch, Dark Bum, yeah, a little bit of speed and range increase, so whatever with the last one. But SickScot finally getting some items here.
Look at that totally intentional damage that Shigen took to proc his Black Bean to get through that room faster.
Anybody else biting their tongue, or just me? Just me? Okay, good. Just me, then.
Hey! The first orbital of this set. What a concept.
It took forever. Finally, though, we get a piece of the bandage girl over on Shigen's side. Probably not going to use it all that much with those tears. I mean, it's good damage, but I wouldn't bother.
You're not going to see a whole lot out of that. Later on, once he gets his Polaroid, then he can face tank some of the bosses if he wants to get some extra damage in there.
Which honestly, the last two bosses, I'd
he's
do
probably
it.
just gonna keep playing it safe. The Holy Mantle again, this time out of an item room. Sorry, Steven.
I don't even know that he's
you're
playing
going
it
the wrong
safe.
way.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. Poor Steven, man.
Oh.
These maps, dude, like, they are not loving the people on the left side. So if I put you on the left side later on, which I think is Slash. Yeah, Slash, sorry. If your maps go like that too, I'm super sorry, dude. Let's see, another battery over, or the battery, excuse me, on SickScot's side. I thought he bought one, and then I realized, no, that's actually the item that he just bought. God. Hey, speaking of Dark Bomb, why would you not? Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, why would you not take him, Shigen? He backs away from items that just make me question that. With no red hearts, there's no reason he shouldn't have picked that up. I mean, I guess it's a little bit frightening if it throws out a spider or something at you, but it's really not that big of a deal. And there is the use of the orbital. But again, you can see the damage differential. SickScot just does not output the damage that you're seeing over on Shigen's side. He's putting out
Let's
pretty
see if it's going to be a ball of bandages for him, too. Does he get the meat cube? Ah, and he rolls it. He actually rolls the orbital.
That's tough. How much health does he have right now?
The orbital damage would have been one of the only things to help you catch up here. I mean, or at least keep pace, because your opponent also has one.
He had no red hearts, though, would be the only thing that I would even consider, because he's thinking about other devil deals, I'm sure. And, I mean, you have to have some form of hearts at that point. He doesn't have enough soul hearts where he could have even bought one, let alone considered it. So maybe that had something to do with the reroll, but I don't really know that that's honestly the case. Like, that's a tough one. Whereas on the other side now, we got Shigen. Well, okay, he had 11 hearts before walking into this curse room, but close enough. Judgy? Oh, he took Sun card. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're going to take the Sun card.
Like, why would you not take the Sun card in this situation? Like, pop the Judgy if you have any money.
To get out of there.
Yep. Which is the smart thing, because then you're not going to take any damage. Yeah, at least we found the item room for SickScot. But of course, in a double room with these flying guys that just take forever to find sometimes. Not everyone, there we go.
Yeah, I guess take the guillotine.
At least you have kind of sort of safety with it. I hate that item personally. I can never really condone taking it just because I hate that item so much and I walk into so many walls.
It's a very good item, especially for this rule set. It's just very awkward to use.
It is, and that's my whole problem with it. It's just I'm too awkward with it. It's not maybe even that the item itself is too awkward, but I'm freaking terrible with it because I keep thinking that the head is what I'm trying to walk with and it's the body, and I can never get that through. Like, it just makes no sense to my brain.
Oh, man, the Firemind anti-synergy here. Every time he's getting close to use his orbital, it's immediately blowing up in his face.
This is just amazing. The luck on his side. Like, he should go, like, let somebody else buy a lotto ticket for him, because I think at that point, at least he would stand some chance, as opposed to the lotto ticket just taking his money, laughing in his face, and, like, burning it or something.
Meanwhile, Maw of the Void, after clearing the foot fight for Shigen, Maw of the Void with his poly, yeah, he's going to be cutting through some stuff. I probably would have taken the dead cat there, just in case you get another devil deal on the next floor.
At this point, though, with 11 hearts and a lot of safety on his side with the Polaroid as well, should he take any damage? It's kind of pointless, too, though. Because he doesn't have any other guppy pieces yet, so, I mean, we know we ain't building a full guppy.
The possibility of making even more, I think, would have been better.
That's true. I mean, you're not losing anything.
Completely nuke anything to death.
Yeah, and you're certainly not losing anything in the process of taking it, so, again, the trade-off, there isn't really any there. You might as well take it, at least. Well, is there anything bad? I'm not coming up with anything.
He'd lose his Polaroid procs, but survivability-wise, I don't
he doesn't
think
need
it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, I don't think again, with the amount of hearts he has, it's yeah, look at this. Just the murder brigade going through that circle. Oh my god.
Yep.
If you blinked, you just missed Mom's heart over on Shigen's side.
Man.
Wow. Yeah, Maw Poly is a disgusting combination. Wow, he's even staying just perfectly far enough away that he doesn't get hit by the explosion of the poop socks, as I call them. Just really, really masterful dodging by Shigen. By both racers, for that matter, but Shigen's really showing it off today.
Great spacing by him. And he's doing it consistently, so you know he's got some practice with it.
As we say that too, he gets hit.
Damage in that room. Yeah, you know what?
Commentators curse anyone? I think we do this every week.
I think he just walked forward. He was like, you know what? I'm going to get hit and then just Polaroid him. I don't care.
Yeah, it was a homing shot in the first place. Those are kind of a pain in the butt to dodge,
exactly.
too.
That room is terrible.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of those things where when you have a build like this, you know that you have the health, you're just going to face tank a few things. It sounds cheap, but at the same point, we're racing, and they're trying to go fast. And look at this, he's still trying to find other hearts in the blue fires, though. Can never be too safe. Especially if you're me. And somewhere Moscow is breathing a super sigh of relief because we actually have the unicorn horn being taken and used by SickScot over on the left.
And I think that was because he's wanting to make use of his orbital damage.
I agree, because you have to.
And not have to deal with the fire mines.
Yeah, I think he learned after the one Gertie fight that you kind of sort of might want to...
like, you know what, maybe I should have taken fire mines.
Given the chance here, well, you know, I'm going to take it. Speaking of, going up to the chest already, there's a sun card for full mapping for Sheik, he saved that the entire run if you're curious. And he will beeline straight on over towards that blue baby fight,
and
looking for a 2-0 lead.
This guy, he doesn't even hesitate.
I didn't even notice. Oh, this is gonna get funny. Also, there's a cat fight going on my living room floor, so if you hear any random noises, you understand why now. Bloat had no chance there. My God, this is just flat out murder. And look at this, already over to the boss fight room for Sheegan. Let me bring him up a little bit larger style here. And don't blink or anything because boom, just... Oh, wow, he didn't get it in one fell swoop. I figured he would. Actually took one cheap shot in there.
Get in there with the orbital. Stay on him.
It's going to be just fine.
GG.
Wow, 2-0 just like that. There it is again. SickScot. I wish I had that bigger screen at that point. That was perfect. Beautifully done, guys, both of you. And again, Sheegan's got a 2-0 lead so far. Very, very nicely done for him. So he's going to look to close it out here as we're going to start up round 3 soon. And, SickScot's got a little bit of work to do. He's going to have to win 3 in a row. We've seen this a few times so far, folks. They've all been 3-0 so far here in the first round. So can we break it? Please, can we break it just once?
Even for just one game, it would be nice to see like a 3-1 instead of all the 3-0s.
Exactly. It doesn't need to go a full 5. I mean, you know, it'd be cool to see that too, because, hey, that would be kind of edge of your seat stuff. No, everything's been 3-0. Come on. We got faith, SickScot. We got faith.
Over and over.
We got faith, my brother. You can do this. We'll see our first 3-game comeback here. It'll be the Boston Red Sox against the Yankees here. And before this actually happens. On that note, by the way, somebody will get it linked up in chat, but please go give both of these racers your support. We got one more race, another best of 5 coming up right after this as well, so we'll get some links for both of those in the channel for you. If you do go to the catguard.net link, make sure to mute one of them, otherwise it's going to get super, super audio wacky, like bizarre. So mute one of the channels if you go in there, but give both of these guys a follow if you would. I know kind of, if you look maybe that SickScot's probably on the Hidden Gems team. You know what that means? He's a hidden gem. Maybe you find a gem. I'm just, you know, like, help the guy get the partner, man. Same thing with Sheegan, for that matter. I mean, it'd be cool for both, but seriously, go give both of them a follow. That's the whole point of this in the first place. So go spread the love. Same thing with my co-host, Slackaholicus. You can see his name spelled up in the upper left-hand corner. Go give that dude a follow as well, if you would.
And it's spelled correctly and everything.
I know. I was considering the Clackaholicus misspelling, but we said no.
Ooh, we got a double deal for Steven.
Gotta do it.
Oh, that's
nice. There we go. Goat head, rotten baby.
Get killed on his way after he leaves. Speed down, though. Oh, man.
Ooh. I don't know that I would have taken the pills in that room just to be on the safe side. Even at 1 red heart, I mean, I still worry a little bit about those.
And we have another Holly start for Sheegan, along with a goat head.
And a small rock, because he needed another damage up item on top of Polyphemus. This is like a repeat of round 2. Oh dear God, this is going to get interesting. At least at this point though, both have instantaneous full-on access into their God and or Angel rooms that will stay open all the time. I think it's actually like a 6,660% chance. Woof. Alright.
The Dog Tooth, which is a small damage up, just like the sulfuric acid. A little speed up as well, which he needs after that speed down pill. And then it will howl at him anytime he is in the room that's connected to the secret room. It'll howl very loudly for him, let him know where he's at, and then It also, I think it also howls for super secret.
Yes, it does.
It'll howl for super secrets, but I don't think it shows you where the ladders are in rooms. I think that's only the hey listen fairy.
I think you're correct. I'm pretty sure that's got to be more specific for the hey listen fairy, because that makes much more sense. Yeah, I think you are correct now that I think that through a lot.
I've seen the item like one time, and I took it on that run, and it was just completely forgettable.
Boy, there's a pointless challenge room on SickScot's side. Yeah, let's take little Chad. No thanks. Although with the red hearts he finds, you know what? Maybe. Quite honestly, maybe. Try to find Dark Bum and just go to town. Which you can find in Little Horn. We'll see what his devil deal is here in a moment or two. And again, it wouldn't matter even if he did take red heart damage. That 100% number would still stay the same for both of these guys having that goat head. Ugh. Ghost baby? Totally. Lock him in. No, you don't need to. You kind of don't need to. Ooh, belly button and frickin' the large zit. This is a hell of a
Little
build.
Horn for Steven as well. Unfortunately, a boss that is not great for his rotten baby. Thanks to all the teleporting around, it can be kind of hard to get the fly to jump onto him.
Yeah, which he's seeing right now happen, quite honestly. Right as you mentioned it, it began happening, too. The good news is that he hit himself with a bomb pretty early on, so that didn't go as long as it could. A little bit more health, so that
I think you gotta pick... yeah, I would have gone for the book there because it was 1 heart. If you rolled it into a 2-heart item...
Yeah, he gets the 1 heart extra, let alone also gets a book towards library worm. Bookworm, excuse me. Library worm. That's a new one. In the next expansion.
Sheegan picks up a pact off of his roll and leaves the void behind. And he does take the wishbone. Good. I was wondering why he was leaving that on the ground. I was confused.
Yeah, I get a few of those moments with him in each one of the races, if you haven't noticed. Like, he'll go right past an item that's like, why would you do... Okay, he's just fucking with me. Good. It makes you worry for a second, and then you realize, no, he's gonna get it. You're good. It's one of those probably just calculating it in your head, going, oh, no, wait, I can make use of this, and then going, snagging it, and, you know, as soon as you come to the realization. And look at this, no item room over on SickScot's side, just because no key at the moment, so now the RNG is really biting the players in the ass.
He did pick up a growth hormones out of his boss, which has completely rectified his speed down pill problem, as well as giving him some more damage up, which is exactly what he's going to be looking for the most with that rotten baby following him.
Yep, the multiplier on the fly damage for the rotten
baby
stuff.
Speaking of damage up, oh my god, that's
huge.
Great item room for him.
That's pretty huge for SickScot right now, because he's going to need to make up some time. We got another devil deal, obviously, with Krampus in it for Sheegan, sadly. He's not going to be too upset.
The most interesting thing to happen there for Steven, the Eve's Mascara was really cool.
Yeah, he's not going to be upset.
The Locust of Wrath that he picked up is going to spawn 1 orange fly every room that he walks into that has enemies. And it rushes forward towards the enemies and blows up on them.
Just like that.
And does a huge chunk of damage.
But it can also hit you very easily, so we may see some of those lives off of the 9 Lives Cat be put to use. Oh god, that was a bad spawn point for it too. Holy crap.
Walked right up towards Steven with those flies going at him.
I thought for sure that was going to be the loop of death for Steven there. Which, if you guys, by the way, oh man, he's going to be happy with that I heard was Athame? Do I pronounce that correctly? Probably not. Athame, sorry, there you go. Over on Sheegan's side, so that's a pretty nice find for him too, which, again, kind of doesn't need, but it's there.
It's there, and it has a higher chance of spawning Sin Hearts off of whatever it kills compared to the Maw of the Void. And he's just going to go in there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's see. There's another item room over on SickScot's side, but again, we still have no keys. Come on, spawn one for him. Hey, look, it did. Oh my god, it heard me.
And a mom's wig with all this damage up.
That's pretty nice, too.
Good for Steven. This is an interesting couple runs here.
The question is, how far and he's not all that far behind, but the question is, are we too far behind on Steven's side to catch up to a Polyphemus, Goat Head, Small Rock, Pact build? Oh, and Athame. And whatever, I forgot how to pronounce it already. I'm terrible.
I think that was right. That seems right.
Good. We're hoping it is. If not, you know what I meant. The second item from the right. There you go.
Yeah, that'll be easy to keep up with the whole
right? Yeah, no, it won't. Flatworm, do you get rid of Locust? No, he's going to keep Locust with him.
Oh god, they're right in his face.
Yeah.
Go away, spiders.
God, that was close. Well, he still got hit by it, but... Oh, look at Soul Heart. Protection. He's going to leave that behind, probably on the assumption that he's... There you go. That he's going to walk into some damage in another room and then have a little bit more usage off of the Soul Heart later on.
I guess he's not wanting to take the time to go back for it because he's got the goat head. He shouldn't need to go back for stuff. Ooh. Incubus pick up for Shigen.
Jeez. Because we needed more craziness over there, so Shigen's going to keep on cruising. He's to his depths 1 already, and teleporting on into his item room. Sure, Loki's horns. Why not randomly shoot in 4 directions? Because, you know, we totally... There we go. There is one of the procs of it. We totally need more chance at damage.
Plus, I'm pretty sure that he's going the right way for his boss thanks to that stars card.
I think
That's
so.
going to be doing him a big favor.
I'm betting one more room over here to the left. Yep.
Pentagram for Steven. More damage.
Ooh, and little Brim.
Oh, God, that's a tough...
Ooh,
I mean, it's a little Brim, but I feel like he needs other stuff on his build, too, than that.
Yeah, and I got to agree with passing on Gimpy at that point as well. Even though it did have it, and it's only a 1 heart purchase, it wouldn't have mattered because he was going to die one way or the other. Oh, jeez, if he did buy anything. Wow, that room to his south is evil to him right now. Get away!
Let's see dueling pentagrams. Why not?
What are we up to over there? 22 base damage, I believe, over on...
The delayed bombs clipped him in the face.
Wow, some of these are just downright evil move. Oh man, dude, it did it again.
What a video game.
Twice in a row that happened. Oh wow, this room. Talk about your locked chests. Man, that's a lot of extra items. Holy craps, it even lucked out there. So he's up to 32 cents, 7 keys. He's pretty good to go on all that.
Shigen is starting to get a little low on health, but Steven's also pretty low on lives right now. Thanks mostly to that Locust Wrath. He hasn't been able to build up any sort of soul hearts very well over the last few floors. I would actually have to think about dropping that at this point.
I was just about to ask that. I was just about to ask, because I would honestly, I would have done it just knowing my playstyle would have given me an immense amount of deaths from it. I would have already been done, so... I would have dropped it in the first room myself, but that's just me. I think in most situations, though, and like you just said, I was going to ask, and, you know, I would assume it's going to be the same, that you got to at least start questioning getting rid of that by now.
Yeah, for sure. Blank Rune. Oh, yeah. He can re-roll things, at least, if he wants to.
And by the way, if anyone's curious, Shigen's got a timer in his lower right-hand corner, so you can see we're just hitting the 9-minute real-time mark at the moment. Another High Priestess.
And Shigen has started to slow down. He's starting to play more safe, more defensively, because his Athame was not exactly giving him the health procs that he needed.
And he's just getting no luck with any item drops or anything either. Let's see about this item room. Oh, yeah, I'll take Cricket's body. Hell yes. Wow, how about some splash damage?
That, I don't think you can ever say no to Cricket's body.
I don't know that I've ever said no to Cricket's body, quite honestly, in any situation. Oh, you know what? I take that back.
It's one of the better items that's not great, but it's still good.
I take that back. I totally have, and it was when I had Ipecac, because I wasn't sure what it would do.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
And then later on I did take it, and I found out the hard way, and it was a brutal death.
Krampus for Steven. He's gonna take the head.
He might just be getting it out of the pool and re-rolling it.
Also for his own Athame. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the poly build that Shigen has, so that's not even close to as effective for him.
But it's still
at least decent. Soul Heart dropping from a pile of poop.
It's at least decent damage, though. I mean, he's rocking 15.59 at the moment here, so... It's not like he's that far behind. Well, there goes that one.
Oh, yeah, his stats are good, but his survivability...
is not.
Is definitely questionable right now. And he doesn't have Cricket's body poly with an Incubus Swallow.
And we got Shigen taking on his mom's foot here. We'll enlarge that. And again, we're only rocking 2.5 hearts, make that 3.5 after that pickup. But the Polaroid makes
Compare this fight for the foot for Shigen to how long it took him last time. And oh my god, take the shadow and then take the sides.
I was going to say, which way do you do, though?
There's the shadow and there's the sides.
Oh my god, look at those.
Synergy.
Look at this.
Oh my god.
Look at these tiers. Oh god, this is gonna be fun. So 2 hearts as Judas now, or Judas' Shadow I should say, now on Shigen's side, which yes, it's all good, you can do that stuff. But wow, those tiers, man, with the splash damage especially, oh my god. Ooh, Steven finding a full health if nothing else.
He's gonna need some health to
Yeah,
go
to
along
make
with
use
that,
of
but
it.
not
Hey,
gonna
Soul
happen,
Heart,
yeah.
finally. Something to cover up that 1 red heart. He's down to 3 lives as well on the left side, so this is getting awful sketchy. It's been sketchy, let's be honest, but the
Yeah.
fact that we're down to 3 lives
Been
makes it the
slowly
sketchiest.
dwindling. He is still running around with that wrath, and he... Alright, I was just about to say, it hasn't been so bad in a while.
That was cheap.
Commentator's curse, he walks into the next room and it blows up on something
Yep.
right next to him.
Every time. I'm telling you, dude, every time. It's like, oh, hey, there's a no-hitter. Aw, man. Only time I've seen that
And he
work.
is running the slack percent, that's the full clear percent, the poor man.
I would have said it if you
Like,
didn't.
it's bad enough the way that the run has been going for him. He does not need to be clearing the floor on top of that.
But even on that note, the fact that he's like full clearing so many of these floors and keeping this close should say a lot too.
I mean, his build is not all that bad. It's no Cricket's body, Death's Touch, Poly, Incubus.
Oh, and
It's not
Abaddon.
bad.
Abaddon. Can't forget Abaddon because we needed the extra health and all the where to begin here? Oh my god, he has 50 freaking 5 damage. Are you kidding?
This is amazing.
It's 55.5 damage on these tiers. Oh my god, dude.
So let's be real quick. How about that 3-0 on the right side today?
Yeah, so that might have happened here. Jesus, dude, like look at this right over to his boss
His
fight
build
too.
has
Don't
gotten
blink.
so silly now that it's slaughtering his bit rate.
It is. Oh my god, you're right. I couldn't even see the numbers for a second there. There were so many sides on the screen. Oh my god, this is the best. Yeah, leave him behind a gold heart, because we don't need that at this point, right? Holy god, moving up to the cathedral again now, just walking away from where SickScot's at, sadly. Well, not sadly for Shigen, but
He's
sadly for
just
SickScot.
skipping his way to the end now. He doesn't have a worry in the world. He's got the survivability that anything that touches him, he's just going to laugh at anyway. And that's given that something even gets a chance to touch him.
Yeah, or
which isn't gonna
breathe.
happen all that often.
The offhand chance that anything actually gets a breath in before they get murdered as he walks through a door is pretty small at this point. So yeah, this is a disgusting build. There's a what do we do here?
He's
How
hoping
much
for an
do we
item
have?
drop.
Come on!
Oh,
nothing.
The cheap shot from
Nothing.
the fire.
Yeah, what do you do, man? Just yeah, I'd take nothing. I'd just move on. But good lord, you can't do anything there. So we'll move back over to Shigen's side. Look at that, murdering the bitrate. Let's murder that bitrate. We don't need to see anything actually like come through on screen. Go for it. That's amazing.
That was a sub 10-second Isaac fight, and that's with a teleport factored in.
No, compound fracture. We needed more craziness on that. Oh my God, look at all the little sides. It's so cute.
Compound fracture is one of the most fun, least good items.
I gotta
Just for
agree.
Stupid stuff like this. It's not very effective a lot of the time.
But if you get shielded
oh,
tears,
damn it,
for
that doesn't
example.
look awesome.
Oh my god, shielded tears with this, though, are amazingly hilarious because nothing comes close to you.
Oh, yeah, true.
Other than that, though, yeah, it doesn't really do much. Can't really argue it. It does not do a lot for you. God, look at... Wow!
Sad bomb.
Oh my god! I was gonna minimize it, but nope, we're leaving it there. Oh my god.
Oh, well then.
I wonder how the last boss is gonna get killed. Question.
And Steven is on his last life. We'll see if he's able to make it to his next boss even.
He's doing really good about it, but yeah, it's scary when you have one red heart and you're on your last life, knowing that you have to chase somebody with this build. Whew.
Yeah, at this point, I know that Steven's just sitting there going, well, I mean, I've lost.
Oh, look at this.
So I'm just going to do what I can.
Shigen, that was beautiful. And we found the boss fight, guys. Don't blink. This is exactly what I would have done. Beautiful. Oh my god. That was the most wonderful closeout to a race ever, Shigen. That was freaking beautiful. And again, it's 3-0.
What a player!
Wow.
I think he could have done. I think he did it off of one bomb. I don't even think he needed to put down the second.
I was kind of questioning.
Nonsense was happening.
I was questioning it, to be honest with you, because I wasn't sure. It looked like you could have gone either way with that. That you know, I mean, like the second bomb might have been necessary, but and there's SickScot giving the round of applause to Sheegan, as it should be. It wasn't that bad, dude. You just have terrible luck. You just have terrible luck, SickScot. That's all there is, dude. He did really, really well. Yeah, breaking down now. But no, he did seriously well keeping up with Sheegan like he did. Even with that luck, you saw the amount of resets. Yeah, that has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been almost 3 years probably.
Oh God, that feels good, man.
Man, what?
Sheegan.